Hey, Jackie. Hi. Yo, you're so fast, man. This is nuts. Infinite psychosis. Yo, you got to answer my barbecue question, man. If you are another version of me looking at myself in the mirror, and this is critical. Barbecue, yes. Barbecue, no. Please let me know. Everybody chill. I've never gone live and had like multiple people jump on at once. So sorry. I'm tweeting the stuff out. I'm getting all the music ready. Blah blah blah. You guys chill with me just for a few minutes, and then we'll start cracking. Infinite, I said another you in a dimension that was abandoned by God. Ain't no barbecues anymore. Oh, dude, I feel so bad for you, man. Well, listen, if you find a way to like create a rift in that timeline and you can jump over to where I am, I will make you a plate, dude. Promise. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining. Yes, Mary's in the house. I'm so happy. Cool. Listen up, everybody. I'm still tweeting the stream out. V, oh man, you guys are all awesome. I'm so happy you're here too, V. Welcome. Here's what's up in this particular stream. I am not. I'm not going to tell you what I'm not going to do, but I will tell you what I will do because that's what actually matters. I'm taking requests. I got a bunch of different kinds of scary stories. Thank you, Mary. And this particular stream, it's going to serve as just like a you tell me what kind of scary story you want me to read to you right now to everybody that's in the stream, and I will do that. That's the goal of the stream tonight is read a handful of stories that you pick. You just tell me if you want a glitch story, if you want a true ghost story. What are you in the mood for? I'll go into my catalog. Boom, it's yours. Infinite says a couple glitches and tears in reality, and I be there. Thanks, dude. I'm making a plate right now, man. Again, if you're just joining, thank you. Stoked you're here, but you're early. I'm still setting up the music and tweeting everything out, everybody. So chill with me just for a minute, okay? You guys are awesome. I've never started a stream up and had like people already. I've usually had like many minutes of just nobody watching so that I can do this by myself. Mary wants true scary stories. All right, dude, you got it. That's how the stream is going to work. You tell me what kind of scary story you want, and I got them. I got one. I probably have one in the bag with approval, ready to go. Danny's here. Yay! What's up, Danny? Yo, I will check out that thing that you just told me about later, and just so I can be on your level, because I want to know more about that. Infinite says, let's go with glitches. All right, Mary wants a true scary story. Infinite wants a glitch story. We're on board, man. Everybody, thank you for being here. But again, let's relax just for a minute. I'm going to set up some music. I'm going to tweet the stream out. Hang with me. V wants paranormal stories. Yeah, for sure, man. Do you want them to be true or Fiction or nonfiction? You tell me. Jackie wants. All right. Cool. Don't fill up my request plate so fast, please. Let me get through one at a time. You guys are crazy. Glitch me over to your reality. All right. Tweeting the stream. Hang tight. Hmm. Hey, in case you just showed up, listen, I've never just started a live stream and had people there. So forgive me. This is the first time I've ever started a live stream and like not had more than 0 viewers in the first 10 minutes. So I'm used to like tweeting the stream out by myself. I feel like I'm letting you guys hang for a minute, but I hope you don't mind. Almost done. It's awkward that you guys get to watch me tweet the stream out in real time. This is this is weird for me. But thanks for hanging out. I gotta tell my patrons too. Hold up. Oh, if you didn't know, I've got a Patreon. It's like either I forget $1 or $2 a month. Your call, totally up to you. Different perks come with different things, and you get some behind the scenes stuff as well, man. We have fun over there. So if you're not a patron and you want to support the channel by literally like $1 a month or two or whatever, dude, that'd be sweet. I will see you over there. I'm still tweeting everything out. All right. Yay. Mary says, "You're fine, Derek. No worries." Thanks for making me feel better. I mean, I made like the little graphic that says "Please stand by" for a reason, and I guess this is it, isn't it? Oh, you know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to light up a candle real quick. So if you don't get to hang out on a whole lot of my streams all the time, there's this candle story, and I'll tell it again real quick while I'm loading up some jams. But in my recording studio slash recording space, I like to have a candle going, and I don't care what it smells like very much or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But my current or my previous candle, I burnt up. I couldn't use it anymore. So when I found myself in a candle store again, I remembered that I wanted another candle, so I started smelling them. I couldn't find one that like I really loved, or like liked enough to bring home with me until I found like the last one on the last aisle. I said, you know what, this is probably not going to be good, but let me just get a whiff real quick. And I thought it was okay. I liked it. I actually bought it and I brought it home. And when I brought it home, I realized it's the exact same brand and scent as my previous candle that had burned out. That's just how. That's just like what kind of guy I am, I guess. I just like the one thing, and then there it is. I'm the kind of guy that goes to like the restaurant and orders one thing, the same thing, every time because I know it's good and it's hard to mess up. That's me. Let me put on some royalty free beats for us, real quick. Thanks, Harris Heller. Thanks, Stream Beats. All right, everybody. In the chat, help me out. If you can hear the music. Jesus. Swamp Dwellers in here too, man. Come on, dude. Yo, has anybody seen Shrek? Nah, me neither. Swamp, I'm glad you're here, man. It's always cool catching up with you, like, from time to time. Danny says this is like ASMR? Cool. Oh, because I lit the candle with it? Oh, that was unintentional, but I'll take it, dude. Danny can hear the music. It is chill. Beautiful Nightmare. What's up, man? Yo, you were like one of my first... What? No? No, I want you to be one of my collabs in the very future. Thanks for jumping in the stream. You're the best. I appreciate you. Okay, so the point of this stream is I'm taking requests. I'm reading scary stories. I've got a whole... I don't even know... Swamp says I don't even know who this guy is. Nice. It's me, man. It's Donkey. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I'm reading scary stories. Some of you like glitch stories. Some of you like paranormal stories. I've got a couple of requests already. But if you want to hear something that nobody else has requested, drop it in. We're getting there. It's me. Swamp, I sent you a picture of my boulder. Please respond. Please, bro. Yeah, Beautiful Nightmare. Almost let out a secret, didn't I? All right, the level. Let's talk about the level of the music. If it's too loud, say too loud. If you can barely hear it, let me know. Guess who should have got water before he started the stream? All right, guys. I think everything's tweeted out and Instagrammed out and Patreoned out and whatever, dude. So we got a couple of requests already. So let me just dig into my catalog of approvals here. And let's do the thing, man. Let me see who requested something first. Oh, God, the chat's moving. Yeah. I'm laughing at you, Beautiful Nightmare. Yes, I did. Infinite says it sounds like background music. That's the point, brother. Helicopter before you start. No, that goes without saying, man. What's up, PA? Glad everybody's here. All right. I gotta scroll all the way up and see who wanted something first. Oh, I think it was Mary. Mary wants a true scary story. Let me go find one. And you know what? If you've been to one of my streams before, you know that what I usually do is I'll record them in real time. So you'll hear me like make edits and you'll hear me like self-edit myself. And you've probably heard this sound before. That sound, that's what I use for myself in my edits. I'm not doing that. I'm not dual purposing this stream. I'm not gaining recordings for future videos. We're just chilling, dude. I'm reading stories, man. All right, Mary wants a true scary story. This one's called The Lady in the Corner of My Room. And just for the record, anybody listening, I have permission to read all of these stories that I'm reading tonight. Again, thank you, Mary. So let's jump on this, man. The Lady in the Corner of My Room. I already fucking up. I'll begin by giving a layout of my room. I promise. This is important to understand. Man, listen, if I'm jumping out of the story already, but if you are a narrator, you can probably relate to this. Like, oftentimes when somebody's describing in excruciating detail the layout of their house, it's just annoying. And I skip over it as often as I can, but in parentheses, it says, I promise this is important to understand. So we'll see. Oh, also, I've never actually read these. I just have permission to read them. So we're going to do it in real time, man. I got you, beautiful nightmare. Yeah, no. Oops. Okay, here we go. I'll begin by giving a layout of my room. I promise this is important to understand. The door to my room opens up to a wall on the left. On the right is my desk up against the wall, and the door is on. On the right is my desk up against the wall, the door is on with a chair that barely fits underneath. Butting up right against the chair is my bed. Then, on the left of the desk is a cabinet. The only way to get to it is to move the chair out of the way. I know. Annoying. The foot of my bed and to the right of my bed is completely clear and empty space to walk around. I moved into this apartment when I was around 15, and the only other two people with me are my brother and my sister. Each night when I go to sleep, I feel like I'm being watched by someone. A woman standing in the corner of my room, the corner that the door is on. Feeling afraid, I would often leave the door wide open as nothing could fit in the space between the open door and the wall. But one night, I was going to sleep with the lights off, and the only lights that were on were the ones that were emitting from the keyboard on my desk. It's a green hue, barely visible. In a pitch-black room, that light was enough for me to see everything around me. I was sleeping on my back when I suddenly woke up to the creaking sound of the chair on my left being pulled away. I was still half asleep, so I tried to make sense of the situation by sitting up. Only then, I realized that I couldn't move. The only part of myself that could move was my eyes. The chair continued moving, and a sense of dread fell over me. You guys, I just got goosebumps, dude. This is scaring me. I attempted to scream, but my lungs were dry. The chair continued moving until it came to a sudden stop. I felt so afraid that I closed my eyes, hoping that whatever was moving the chair would disappear. I hoped from the bottom. Nope. I hoped from the bottom of my heart that I was dreaming. But I wasn't. I felt something brush against my hair just as I felt a shallow breath down my neck. Shivers went down my spine as I tried my best to move, but nothing was coming of it. I began hyperventilating, and I laid there with my eyes closed, too scared to open them to see the horror of what lay just ahead of me. This went on for hours until I was finally able to move. I ran for the lights, I flicked them on, and then tried to open the door to my room. That's when the realization of what had happened fell on me. The room door was locked. The chair was still moved to where I had... The room door was locked. The chair was still moved to where I had seen it being pushed to. Nobody had a key to my room except for the key on the inside that I had. How was this possible? For a few days, I sat and I tried to make sense of what happened, to no avail. I later talked to my mom about what happened, and she told me that she would come over. This wasn't a normal thing for her to do, but I tried to think positively. She entered my room, and as soon as she did so, she ran right back out. She came back holding a handful of salt and began sprinkling it around the room. She refused to explain why, but the fear in her eyes spoke volumes. I don't know why she did, I don't know why she did what she did or why she was so afraid. We don't talk about it. But to this day, at 23 years old, I don't sleep with the door to my room closed anymore. That was the lady in the corner of my room. Yo, that was crazy, man. Let me catch up with the chat. Yeah, Swamp, I'm still helicoptering. Yo, I love how you just come in here. You come into my chat, this, on my channel, my chat, and you just squat. You're the best, man. PA says, I made food and I did not eat it. I was no longer hungry after I cooked. Yo, bro, yeah, that happens, man. Anyone else ever get so hot when they make food, and then when you're finished, you're not hungry anymore? Nah. I'm always hungry, dude. Sometimes I meal prep, so one day a week, which is usually on Sunday, one day a week I'll make the whole week's worth of lunches for me and my wife. On that one day, and we just Tupperware it all week, I will have like 2 of my lunches on that day, and then I got to figure out what to do. Swamp says I tend to just squat on people's chats. You are killing it on mine, dude. Thanks, man. It sounds like I'm talking shit, but I promise I'm not. Glad you're here. So that was a true scary story. I'm going to scroll up a little bit and let's see. V wants a paranormal story. A true paranormal story. All right. Let me get one. This music is too sexy for this. I gotta turn it off, man. I got a candle going. I got stream beats going. Dang, dude, hold up. Let me change this. There you go. Okay. That's a little better. Beautiful Nightmare says, I need creepier. All right, cool. This one's called, here's a true paranormal story for V. You requested it, and then everybody else is asking for true ghost stories. This one's for you. Not terribly long, couple minutes. Home alone with my dog. Although it doesn't seem like it, this happened quite a while back, probably over 10 years ago. I was in the later years of high school, and I was home alone. My parents were at a wedding that required them to stay at a hotel, and my brother worked the night shift. At that time, my family lived in a very well-known East Coast city in a blue-collar neighborhood that was starting to take a nosedive. As a teenager, I was a bit of a loner. I wasn't a nerd or anything. I was a big dude who had friends and went on dates, but naturally, I'm an introvert, so I cherished the rare alone time that I got. This weekend, I was looking forward to engaging in my normal empty house routine. Play some PlayStation on the big screen TV, then order a late takeout dinner. Pizza or Chinese, right? And pig out while watching some Dragon Ball Z. Then, around 2 a.m., fall asleep on the couch with my old dog, Cecil. Cecil was a beagle who was as old as the hills and had been in our family for about 8 years. He was quiet and peaceful, and he spent most of his time begging for food and sleeping. Unlike most beagles, Cecil never howled or barked. He was more than content to rest his head on your lap and spend the night there. Anyway, back to the story. If you're in the chat and you've got a dog that loves to use you as a pillow, type me, because I'll even do it too, man, because I got one. Boom, me. Miss Creepy Tales, yay! Oh, yes, love seeing you in here. Barbie, what's up? Welcome. This is what we're doing, everybody. I'm taking narration requests. I've already read one true scary story. I'm in the middle of a true paranormal one right now, so if you want to hear something, glitch, stalker, true ghost, put it in the chat, man. I'll see how many I can get to. Anyway, back to the story. It's approximately 1 a.m. I had just finished the last slice of pizza and I was dozing off on the couch when I hear a bang coming from the back alleyway. I didn't think much of it. Anyone who has lived in a city knows noises happen at all moments of the night. Cecil's head popped up off my lap and the hair on his back stood up. He was always a bit skittish, so I calmed him down and we started dozing off again. Not more than 2 minutes later, I hear another bang, and Cecil did something I've never seen him do before. He leapt off the couch and ran like the wind towards the door leading to the basement, barking and growling like a dog twice his size. The look on his face reminded me of a German Shepherd canine unit. I'd never seen him like that before, which got my adrenaline pumping. Though the dog's barking, I can now make out a persistent banging. Oh, I fucked up a word. Through the dog's barking, I can now make out a persistent banging. There was a seldom used door in the basement that led to our back alleyway. It was old and rusted and was hard to open, even with a key, and it made a lot of noise. I suddenly realized that someone was trying to break into my house through that basement door. Quick little bit of context for anyone who hasn't lived in a bad neighborhood. If someone tries to get into your house and moves on after they realize the door is locked, they just want your stuff. If someone is persistently trying to get into your house despite the door being locked, well, they want you. Knowing this, I rush upstairs to grab the heavy wood baseball bat that I keep under my bed for situations just like this. Then I head down to my basement. I probably should have ran, but I was a macho teenager with a tough guy complex, and plus, I had nowhere to go. While I'm heading down the stairs to my basement, Cecil blows past me with the speed and aggression of a dog half his age, and suddenly I hear a man's voice say, "Oh fuck," and the banging stopped. I didn't call the cops or anyone else, which was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. I just sat up for the rest of the night with a bat in my hand. My brother came home that morning, and I told him what had happened. We went to the basement door to take a look, and when we... Alright, we went to the basement door to give it a look, and when we gave it a tug to open it, the whole door just fell off. This psycho was one good shove away from getting into my house, but old Cecil scared him off. I'm pretty sure that lazy fat old dog just saved my life. When I tell this story to people, they dismiss his actions as a dog doing what a dog was supposed to do, but when I tell you that Cecil never barked or moved that fast in his life, you can take that to the bank. It was almost like he knew the urgency, like he knew that door was just about to give. A few years back, we had to have him put down because he just... Oh, jeez, that shit makes me sad, dude. I had to put... We had to put one of our dogs down, like, just a couple weeks ago, man. Her name was Leia. She was a princess. Anyways, back to the story. A few years back, we had to have him put down because he just had no will to live anymore. Before the injection, I got a moment alone with him. I thanked him one last time for his friendship and for what he did that night. At this point, I was a grown man with a wife and kids. I'm convinced none of that would have happened without old Cecil. So, Cecil, thanks, pal. I miss you. I'm not crying, you're crying. That was awesome. Let me check the chat real quick and see what the heck I'm missing. Mary, you need to make a shirt that says the music is too sexy for these stories. That's good. I was going to say I don't pick the music, but literally I do. I just didn't know that that was next. Barbie says, my dogs are gone now, but they definitely used me as pillows. Yeah, dude. Danny, yo, I know Anakin probably just hangs out all over you, man. MCT is okay. Glad to hear it. Man, girls can talk to other girls in ways that, like, that are different. Because, like, Miss Creepy Tales was like, hi, pretty Danny. Can you imagine if I was like, what's up, Buff Swamp? You know what I'm saying? Or like if PA was in the chat, I was like, hey, what's up, handsome PA? I guess I could do that, but it's all good. Infinite says, don't forget the like button. Oh, for sure. Yeah, thanks, man. I forget that that thing even exists sometimes. Like the stream. I'm just hanging out with everybody. Damn. Yeah. Mary, we had to put Sammy down a few years ago. I miss him every day. For sure, dude. I don't doubt it. We're 2 stories down. I've read a true... Wait, was that supposed to be a ghost story? I think I might have got my my categories mixed up, man. It's all good. There's one true... I've got one true story down so far. One true ghost story down. Hit me with some more. Oh, I think Infinite wanted a glitch story. MCT says, "Ha, we won't stop you if you want to do that, Derek." And then Infinite says, "Girl world is a lot different from guy world." Yeah, for sure. If you're a guy in the chat and you tell your guy friends you love them, proud of you. We need more of that in the world, man. I love you. If you do that, I love you. Mary says, Barbie says, "A Great Dane and a 95-pound, woo, American, woo, no, those are not lap dogs anymore, man. Those are horses." Mary says, "It's so true. I was just thinking about the difference between how men talk to other men and how women talk to each other, and it's so great." All right. Yes. All right, one glitch story coming right up. Super short glitch story. Most glitch stories are very short, but here we go. This one's called "A Customer Called Me from the Future Today." And then just for the record, if anybody missed it earlier, I've got permission to read all of these stories that I'm reading tonight. Again, thank you, Mary. So it's just the right thing to do. So here we are. A customer called me from the future today. All right. I'm a sales manager at a very well-known auto parts store. Our store is kind of on the smaller side, so we typically only have 2 people working at a time. We sometimes order parts directly from our vendors for customers if they're... Yeah, words are hard. We sometimes order parts directly from our vendors for customers if they're for rare or classic cars, and thus something we don't need to stock. When the parts come in, we call the customer to let them know that they're ready for pickup. Well, today, we received a call from one of our regulars. I answer, and he says, "Hey, I see I just missed 2 calls back to back from you guys. Are my parts in?" Let's give this guy like a deep voice, because he works on cars. He says, "Hey, I just missed 2... where am I? Hey, I just missed 2 calls back to back from you guys. Are my parts in?" That's good. That's probably what he sounds like. I let him know that we haven't received our truck yet, and neither me or my coworker have made any calls all day. I even checked the recent calls and verified no outgoing calls have been made since yesterday night. Most people would call that last night, but oh well. He informs me he's on his cell phone and looking at the 2 missed calls in his log as we speak. We talk about how weird that is, and then we hang up. Within 5 minutes, his parts show up, and I go to call him back, and after the first ring accidentally ends the call, I immediately hit redial. Immediately. Listen, if you're a narrator in the chat and you've got specific words that just trip you up every time, let me know, because that is annoying, dude. Immediately is one of mine. The way my mouth is shaped, it comes out weird. So, anyways, I immediately hit the redial button, and as soon as the phone begins ringing, it dawns on me that I've just called this dude twice, back to back. He didn't answer, and I'm still wondering what the hell happened. Woo! There's your glitch, Infinite. Danny says the bromance is real. Yeah. Infinite, if the glitched reality doesn't bring me over, then you gonna have to bring me over the Ouija board. All right, cool. I'll get one, dude. I think Spirit has like a Ouija board welcome mat. So I'll go there when they open up tomorrow, and I'll get you over here, dude. Hair Raising Narratives is in the room. Yes, dude. What's up, Hair Raising? Yes. Man, you know what? When you're new, let me tell you something. When you're like a new creator in any genre, I guess, but me specifically in the horror narration genre, I've only done this since May, so it's still very new. And you're thrown into this community of other people that are doing what you do. It's hard to check out everybody all the time. There's a lot of us, come to find out. And you see regular people pop up in chats and streams and blah blah blah. Hair Raising, you were one of those dudes for me. I always recognized your name and your picture, and I've always known you as like a regular dude that's active in the community that I want to be active in. But for better or for worse, dude, I never got around to checking out your channel until I heard you on Lady Spookaria's birthday collab. When I did, bro, I was like, oh, I've been missing out. Dude, this dude is awesome. I love his voice. His quality's good. You did like some funny voice stuff that is super memorable, and I want to do stuff like that too. So shout out Hair Raising Narratives. Mary says, thanks for the shout out. Dude, I would not, I'm doing this because of you. I'll just put it that way. So thank you. Yeah, Infinite, we are following you. MCT says, I gotta hop out and get my second shot. Have a great night, guys. What was your first shot? Was it Jack Daniels or was it like some rum? No, I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. Hair raising. Oh, wow, that's such a yeah, you're welcome, dude. I mean it. Barbie says, in World War II, I'm going to guess that's somebody she's related to, like a grandpa or something. My person carried his wounded comrade straight past two Wendigos, but I know it's not Wendigo. It's something else. It's Barbie's gonna email me later with letting me know how bad I pronounce this, but it's Wendy Gaga. Hey, my voice is dry. Hang out for a second while I go grab some water, okay? I won't be gone more than 10 seconds. Time me. Well, was that 10 seconds? Barbie says, make a story. Oh, that was your grandpa? Your grandpa carried... Okay, cool. Good to know. Then she says, make a story. Dude, if I was a writer, I would be set. Man, if I could write and read my own stuff, dude, kiss it goodbye, man. Everybody, I'd be game over. But no, a writer, I am not. But I've got a bunch of writer friends that would probably take that idea and just nail it, man. Infinite, you counted? I knew I could count on you, dude. Get it? I knew I could count on you? Alright. Sorry, I'm a dad. I have to make those kind of jokes. I've lost track of the kinds of stories that you guys want me to read, but I've done a glitch, done a true scary story of somebody trying to break in, I've done a true paranormal story. This is what the stream was about. Here's the goal. I want you to just shout out some genres of scary stories that you like, and then I serve them up. I have got a bucket, what's the word I'm looking for? A mile-long list of approvals that I can pull from right now. All of these stories are going to go into their own appropriate themed video in the very near future. Again, thank you, Mary. But for now, I just want to chill. I'm not recording anything right now. I'm not... Oh, shit. I just realized that the thing says Glitch in the Matrix Stories live. Yeah, I got to change that. Oh, I suck. How come nobody told me that the title of this video was Live Glitch Readings? I thought you guys were my friends. Dee Dee, what's up? Welcome in. I'm here. How much have I missed? Glad to catch you online. Dee Dee, you missed just me like lighting a candle and then filling up my water. That's pretty much it. All good. Dee Dee, welcome. Super stoked you're here. Listen, this is what we're doing. I'm taking requests for different kinds of scary stories. I've already read a glitch story. I've read a true paranormal story. I've read a true, like, let's not meet style story. So I want to know what your favorite kind of scary story is. Let me know, and I will see if I can read up a story real quick. Jay's here. What's up, Ghost? Happy you're here, man. Thanks for the ghost emoji. That's adorable. Also, I've never read these stories before. I have permission to read them. Thank you, Mary. Never actually read them myself, so I'm reading them in real time for the first time now as you're listening to them. So you're going to hear my my mess ups. Uh-oh. Danny says dark web. Okay, hold on. If I can quickly find a short dark web story, then that's the one that I will read. No, no punchline to that. If I can quickly find a short one, then I'll do that one, dude. It's awesome. Raven. What, bro? Tiffany B. New subscriber. Tiffany B just subscribed to me. Oh, Tiffany, where are you? Are you in the live stream right now? Say hi. Thank you. I just got a notification that said I got a new subscriber. Tiffany B. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I read scary stories, all kinds at the moment right now. I'm trying to find out what my audience likes and doesn't like, but it's difficult, I guess. Harder than I thought. Primary. Oh. All right. I found the folder with the dark web stories. Let me see if I can find a short one real quick. That is not... 6 pages is not short. Sorry. Yo. Yeah, here we go. Danny coming in hot with the dark web request. Let's do it. Here we go. What's this one called? That's not it. I lost it. This is great. Professional. I'm a professional narrator. This is what I do. All right. I can't find the title of it, but it's all good. It's a true... Oh, this is a true dark web story, you guys. Jay says, what kind of stories do you like to read? All of them, dude. I'm trying to find like a favorite. I like glitch stories, but mostly because they're short and I can get a lot of them, and they're like things that could like really happen to you, and you know what I mean? And it's like some of them are a little bit silly and some of them are actually super trippy, dude. But I also like creepypastas. I like super long creepypastas. If you go back into my history, you'll see that I do a bunch of series that are like 45 to an hour long. I love that stuff. I love short ghost stories, dude. It's hard. I don't know. Dee Dee's got popcorn. All right, everybody, this is what we came for. True dark web story. It's not super long, but not incredibly short either. Here we go. So, I'm not a techie like some of the people here, but at least I do know what I need to do when it comes to accessing the deep web. That said, I don't go digging for creepy stuff, and I don't ever go for anything illegal. On the deep web, there is a lot of content that is just slightly too raunchy for the surface web and isn't posted for the masses. A good number of deep web sites don't even crack into the illegal category. That's the main difference between the dark web and the deep web. A lot of what I know on the deep web is people just talking BS about random things. Politics, modern science, technology, cryptids, and other supernatural stuff, as well as conspiracy theories. Some of those conspiracy theories can get really freaking weird. In fact, that's kind of what my story here is about. So, one of the sites I would use a lot was a discussion board for conspiracy theories and craziness about how there were demons among us that were going to take over the world. Whoa, I just accidentally hit 2 of your story requests with 1, man. I think Danny said she wanted a dark web story and Barbie said she wanted a demon story. Let's see if this story has both. Again, I've never read it before, but let's go. Got permission to, so here we are. A lot of it sounded like insane people just rambling off scripts they would find in the trash bin at the Sci-Fi Channel headquarters, but some of it was interesting, and all of the theories had their ardent followers as well. The people that seemed to run most of the theories were those that genuinely believed that our governments around the world were run by demons that sacrificed children to drink their blood. Like, seriously, crazy stuff. I remember that there was one user that was seriously crazy into this theory. I think his name was something like Dave is home or something. I remember it being something about Dave and home. Oh well. So I'm just going to call him Dave. Dave would post on every single thread that he could find, and he would egg on the initial poster to the point that he was almost rewriting their theories. What's worse, he seemed to believe in every single crazy theory that was posted. Government run by baby-eating demons? Yep, totally true. Same government somehow also being run by space-faring lizard people. Also just as true. Surprise, surprise. Disney sneaking subtle hints into their kids' movies to get everyone hooked on cocaine? Sure. Why the hell not? Also true. It was as if this guy refused to see reality for what one of the things that happens when you don't read the story before you read it in front of the internet is you mess up. It was as if this guy refused to see reality for what was in front of his eyes. Everything had a hidden agenda. Everything was some plot to control the masses, and everything was worth questioning. I don't think Dave could have made a cup of coffee without accusing the coffee maker of trying to take away his God-given freedoms. You know these guys. Anyways, as quickly as I saw Dave make new posts on the forum, I noticed that he had almost entirely disappeared. I went over to his profile to see what he had posted lately, only to find that he had made a final thread called Don't Trust the Admin. This thread outlined that the admins of the forum's sites were attempting to find him so that they could send a hitman to take him out in the picture. Nice, Barbie, I just got that. Made me laugh. I'm reading the script on my phone, and when I get notifications on my phone, I see them, and it's cool. Where were we? The thread that he made outlined that the admins of the forum site were attempting to find him so that they could send a hitman to take him out of the picture. It had a ton of seemingly irrelevant details, and it included pictures of random people that Dave claimed were following him for the admins. He then rounded the whole thing out with an onion link to a website that he created so that he could continue on with his ramblings. I went over to his website and I read all the posts, and they were legitimately just kept getting crazier and crazier. Eventually, I'd had enough of his absolute craziness and decided to log off for a while. I kind of stopped getting onto the deep web for a little bit, mostly because I really didn't have time and was feeling the stress of my first year in college. After a while, I think it was a couple of months between my last check, I decided I wanted to get on and see what all Dave had gotten up to. I went back to the forum, went to his accounts, and to his personal site, only to find that there were now over 300 new updates. The man had seriously posted over 300 times within maybe a month and a half, at most. I started down the rabbit hole of his posts, and his theories started getting really abstract. Some of them made some sense, like he would have clear moments in the crazy fog, but a lot of them were things like the Russian government is watching you with a satellite that comes around every week, and how meat that you buy at the store isn't really meat, but a plasticine-like material that was synthesized and that it contained hormones to make people dumb. And it was all honest to God, just insanity. Then I got to the end of the feed, and I felt bad for laughing at his posts. His last post was simply titled, "I can't do it anymore." It was probably the most lucid thing he had written on the entire page. It explained that his mother had passed away from cancer. Of course, he blamed Big Pharma for this, but then went on to explain that the stress of life was too much for him, and he couldn't keep up. He outlined some of his theories about the government running our lives, and explained that if he couldn't live free, then he didn't want to live at all. He finished off the post by saying, "To all of my friends that have helped me see clearly over the years, I thank you, and may God bless you all." Then, he posted a picture of a hand holding a pistol of some sort. I don't know shit about guns. There was something after this post, and the few comments that existed were just people saying that God would understand his decision, and that he was truly a soldier fighting for the truth. Obviously, this was pretty depressing, and I was a bit freaked out, knowing that this guy that I was making fun of in my head was most likely not alive, and was also most likely dealing with mental health issues. In the end, I didn't really go back or spend any time on the deep web. Dave's story just had a bit of a lasting effect on me, and it taught me a lesson about sympathy. Not that. So yeah, that's your true dark web story right there. Not entirely demons based, but the dude posting in the deep web forums believed that demons ran the government, and on and on and on. Let me check this chat and see where we're at. Huh? Yo. Infinite and hair-raising narratives. Bromance in the flesh right there. I don't know if either one of you were present when I was talking about dudes saying nice shit to other dudes, but right there, man. Infinite says HRN, hair-raising narratives, is the man, and then HRN says, no, you the man. More of that, man. It's cool watching people like be cool to other people, especially on the internet. I love that like people in the chat right now are being cool to each other. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Dee Dee, how's your popcorn? Infinite says, bring me through the Ouija board. I promise I can come by myself. You got it, dude. Yeah, hair raising. Damn, that is a little bit sad, dude. Typically, most dark web stories that I read at least are like, they're not that sad. They're a little bit scary and a little bit illegal, and the lesson is don't get on the dark web if you don't know what you're doing. But this one was a little bit sad. Yeah, I agree. Everybody stop. Papa Scare is in the chat. What's up, Papa Scare? Yo, I listened to... First of all, thank you, Papa Scare, for having me on your channel yesterday, day before. Time doesn't mean anything to me right now. So stoked. Thank you for having me. The stories that you let me read were amazing. I appreciate you. I hope the people like the video and the narrations. And this is the first time that I've said anything about it, but Papa Scare is going to be in one of my collaborations next week, I think, as well. So if you haven't heard of Papa Scare, first of all, what's it like to be wrong? Like, just tell me. But if you have, you've got something to look forward to. Papa Scare will be in a Derek video next week. Infinite says, the father of all scary shit. Yeah, dude, for sure. Papa Scare, thanks for joining. This is what we're doing, man. I'm taking requests for scary stories. I think you and I were talking about this literally yesterday. I read all kinds of stuff just because I'm trying to figure out what I like, and I'm trying to figure out what my audience likes. So help me out. If you like a particular kind of scary story, drop it in the chat, dude. I'm here to read what you want me to read. I've got permission to read a mile-long list of stories from Reddit. Thank you, Mary. And if you want me to read something in a specific genre, ask. And that's not just for Papa Scare, that's for everybody. Urbex. I suck, dude. If I have any Urbex stories, they're not labeled as such. Oh, also, thank you, Papa Scare, for like teaching me what the heck a Google Doc is. I've got it on my phone. I've got it on my computer. I've never been more like prepared and organized for my channel. I'm like 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Thank you, Mary. And I'm ready to rock, dude. I want to do 2 videos a week in November and then see what happens after that. But yeah, let me tell you right now, I might have a couple of urban exploration stories in my catalog, but I haven't read them yet, and they're not labeled as such. So just for the sake of time, I don't want to go look for them. But now I need to make an urban exploration sheet in my Google Docs. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. Mary says, I love this chat. Always so mellow and positive. Thanks, I know. I just look at that comment and I'm like, you know what, man? I feel like I did it, dude. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even want to stream when I started the channel. I just wanted to like jump in with a couple of scary stories and get the heck out of there. But I learned what like live streaming was and what it entailed, and I said to myself, if I ever do a live stream, I'm just gonna read scary stories and hang out with like the coolest people on the internet, and here we are. Good night, Danny. Thanks for chilling. Glad you were able to hang out for as long as you did. Thank you. Awesome job. Yo, listen up, everybody. If you didn't hear Danny Dreadful's video tonight, I was in it. It's called Dreadful Tales, I think. It's awesome, dude. She reads a story and then I read a story. Some of my favorite work of both of ours to date, and it's in one video. So go check out her channel after this. It's awesome. Let me check my own backlog and see what I got. Let's do a creepy encounter. We've not done that one yet, I don't think. Mary says, I know, we all appreciate the live streams. They are great and so much fun. Thanks. Oh, dude, Mary, you're the best. I tell you that all the time, man. Dee Dee says, I'm down for anything scary. Cool. Papa says, I missed it. I was out hiking this morning. It is not nighttime where you live, is it? I forget the time zones are a thing. Yeah. And then, Barbie with a summary, thank you. Moral of that last dark web story, we never know what people are struggling with. Don't judge, don't bully, and be kind, always. That's the new Derek Weber Scary Stories live stream motto right there. We never know what people are struggling with. Don't judge, don't bully, and be kind, always. Boom. Copyright it, trademark it, there we go. Well, I'm going to pick one. Again, Papa, cool of you to jump in here and suggest urban exploration. I need to get more of those. But in the meantime, let me read a Let's Not Meet story, a true creepy story. This one's called Creepy Dude on a Bike. And again, for anybody that's just joining or recently joining, I haven't read any of these stories prior. I've got permission to read all of them, but I've never actually... moral of the story, we're both hearing them for the first time. I'm just speaking it and you're listening to it. Cool. I am awkward. Here we go. For context, I'm a 26-year-old male and have a larger build. I'm not fat, but I'm also not muscular. I just have a bigger look to me. I've lived an unusual life, and I've been through many iffy situations with people, so I'm not frightened easy by odd or wacky people. I also can defend myself pretty well in a fight. I live in a city with pretty bad crime and work on a sketchy side of town. While not the most crime-filled, it is still sketchy, and you get shady people once in a while. I also am a fan of the dark life, so I love walking at night, and I don't really get scared. I work a second shift job, and it's my duty as one of the supervisors to lock up the gates after the sun goes down and all the day shift people are gone. Our work is enclosed with a fence that has barbed wire on top. Just a few days ago, I was walking too close to the gate. Oh, that's not what he says. Just a few days ago, I was walking to close the gate. I was coming from the far side of the parking lot after throwing something away in a dumpster. As I was walking to the gate, I could see a strange man on a bike. It's dark, and it's cold out this time of year. It's 8 p.m., so I found it odd to see a man that was at least 30 or 40 on a bicycle. But I carried on, as it could just be a man going to work or leaving work who doesn't have a car. As I continue to walk, I see he is now doing circles in the road at the end of the little driveway that leads to the fence. Now my guard is up, and this is strange to me. As I reach the fence, he has now set down the bike and is looking at me and walking toward me. He's shaking like I haven't seen many people... He is shaking like I've seen many people on drugs do before. I'm still not super worried, as like I said, I've dealt with many shady people before. I close one side of the gate quick and rush to the other. The gate is locked by a chain and a padlock, so I grab both sides of the chain. Before I can get to the padlock, cool. The gate is locked by a chain and a padlock, so I grab both sides of the chain. Before I can get the padlock in through the man, before I could get the... Listen, yo, dude, sometimes you just flub a line 4 times in a row, all right? If you're a narrator in the chat, I know you've done this before. Type me in the chat if you just couldn't get through a freaking line after 4 tries. I'm going to do it myself. Boom. All right. Let's try that one again. The gate is locked by a chain and a padlock, so I grab both sides of the chain. Before I get the padlock in through the okay, we push through here. This is what we do. Before I can get the padlock in through, the man sticks his hands through the fence and grabs me by the shirt. There we go. You all know what happened. I didn't say it right, but you get the point. At this point, I yell, "Get the fuck off me before I beat your ass." Vulgar, sorry. As it was, I was holding on the fence closed with my... Yo, dude. I don't know if these words make sense. As it was, I was holding the fence closed with the chains while he grabbed me and he yelled, "I'll effing kill you." I don't want to swear too many times in a row. "I'll effing kill you." The only thing going through my mind was how I was going to get the upper hand on this dude and if I should fight him or wrap the damn chain around his neck. I was fortunate, and a police officer just turned the block as this was going down, and he flipped his lights on and quickly took the man down and he cuffed him. While the man was in his car, he questioned me and got a statement, and I was on my way. So, to the druggie who wanted to kill me, even though I know I'll run into more than one way or another, let's not meet again. Stay safe out there, y'all. I can't believe that I flubbed like the climactic line so many times in a row. All good. We're humans. We push through, man. Bad Vibes is in the house. What's up, dude? Yeah, you flubbed lines before? Oh, I saw your tweet that had the gif in it that was like, yo, when you're like confident, while you're reading a story, and then you get to the next line, and it... I just lived it right now, dude. That was me just a second ago. Erebus, you're here. Hit me up, dude. You mentioned that your wife was watching another educational channel and the dude sounded like me, if I read that right. Hit me up, dude. You've on Twitter or Instagram or whatever you use. I want to hear what this dude sounds like. He probably sounds like me, but I'm just curious, man. Infinite says, then reality glitched out and I ended up trapped in this zero dimension abandoned by God. Cool. Love it. Barbie says, creators who interact with their peeps are the only ones who actually deserve our dollar signs. Thanks, man. Glad you feel that way. Barbie, you are one of my favorite, regulars. Always appreciate you. Papa Scare says, bro, you should hear the last story that I edited. Yeah. Hair Raising says, I often have to redo many lines. Dude, life. Fucking life, man. That's... Damn. One of my very first live streams was me just messing around trying to see if I could do an entire story in one take. Spoiler, I couldn't. It's hard. Erebus says, yeah, I need to see the name of the person. Cool. All right, so, yo, a lot of new people in the chat. Thank you. I'm stoked you're here. I love you guys. I appreciate you. This is what we're doing. I've got a mile-long list of approved stories from Reddit that I can dig into right now. I haven't read a single one of them before tonight, but I want to know what kind of scary story you want me to read right now here on the stream. I've got Glitch, Creepy Encounters, True Paranormal, Ghost Stories. Tell me what you want to hear in the chat, and it's yours, man. This is how this works. It's like freaking Burger King up in here. Have it your way. Burger King, not a sponsor. This royalty-free music is going to change here in just a second. There we go. Papa Scare says, I'm off. Got day stuff to do. Fun chat, mate. Bye. Papa, thank you again, dude. You are one of the coolest dudes I've ever freaking talked to in my whole life. So thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your day. Hair Raising says, I don't work tomorrow, so I can stay. So I can stay here all night. Cool, man. I do. I got to be at work at 8 in the morning, which is like an hour and a half sooner than what I'm used to. But it's cool, man. It's cool. It's life. We're adults. We got to do things we don't want to do. Somebody jump in the chat real quick and tell me what kind of scary story you want me to read right now. Oh, there we Dee Dee with the save. True paranormal, she says. All right, let me go find one. Boom, true paranormal. Okay, this one's good. Dee Dee, thank you for the request. True paranormal right here. This one's called, I think my wife and I avoided a haunted house. Listen, before I get into the story, I didn't know that like haunted house stories were a thing. Duh, obviously they are because everything is a thing. But like this was just not on my radar until I just stumbled upon it, like literally just a few weeks ago. So this is a new genre for me. Here we go. Ouija board stories? Sure, man. Do you mean like moving that little dial on the Ouija board so that it writes us a story? Or do you want me to do like stories about a Ouija board? Let me know. I'm so confused. Hair Raising says, do you have one of like creepy things happening when you're home alone? I read one earlier in the stream, dude. You must have missed it, but it's cool. Just hit the rewatch. But after I do this one, I will find another creepy Home Alone story. Let me get through this one real quick. It's not long. If this does not fit the criteria of the page, I'll remove it. But it's something that did happen to me about 20 years ago. It's October, and that's when we all tell scary ghost stories, right? This guy's not a horror narrator because we do that shit year round, man. I can't say that I've ever seen a ghost, but 2 experiences tell me that I might have been near one. The first one, I was on recruiting duty in New Jersey for the Army. My wife and I lived on Fort Dix. FYI, it was in the early 2000s, and while Fort Dix is not an active duty post anymore, the housing area and facilities are still used for personnel that have to work in the area. Or were. I have no idea of their status now. The thing is, the housing area was supposed to be torn down and had new houses built. They had actually torn down a section and were going to build new houses. Then me and the other service members would move from our homes to the new ones, and the houses we left would be torn down and replaced. That didn't happen because this was shortly after 9/11. All of these houses were the same, as you'd expect on a military post. Same layout, same basic stuff. We lived right next to a guy I worked with. Hell, 2 other guys I worked with lived on the same street. And we all got along, but as you can imagine, even though I liked these guys, seeing them for 12 plus hours at work and then after work on the days off got old really fast. Then there was a hurricane that passed through Fort Dix is relatively close to the coast, so there was a lot of rain. And since the Army has taken money out of maintaining the housing area so that they could build a fence around the entire post, the roof of our house collapsed. I'll spare you the details. Basically, we had to move. The government was at fault, blah blah blah. There were 2 houses that were available at the time. Yeah, I could have taken the option to move off post, but recruiting duty was brutal. I was at work all of the time, and my wife was already pissed about that. I was never home, and I only had Sundays off, and sometimes not even that. Plus, I knew it would end, so I'm not looking for a lease off post when all I wanted was to get out of recruiting and New Jersey altogether. One house that was available was right next to another guy that I worked with. No problem. I liked the guy. He was cool, and he wanted out of recruiting duty when his time was up too. The other was a block away. We looked at that one first. An older lady that worked with my wife had told her that she actually lived in that house on post before her husband passed. She had told her that even when they lived there, the house was creepy and had a bad spirit in it. Me? Whatever. Each house is always the same. I felt that until we inspected it. My wife is not someone that gives into superstition easily, but as soon as we entered the place, it felt off. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like nothing was level. Everything in our perception was off like a funhouse. Plus, I seriously had feelings of anger and rage with no provocation when we were in the place. Let me clear that throat. I remember that because it was out of the blue. I was cool when we walked up to the place, but once inside, I instantly hated everyone and felt like I was 2 seconds from just going berserk. My wife also felt uncomfortable in the place. It made her feel angry for no reason. And then we both decided, nope, not for us. We opted to move into the second choice. It was next door to the other guy I said that I worked with. But what the fuck? Why did he say that? But WTF? Anyways, sometimes like I'll read something in the middle of a sentence and I'm like, what does that even mean? Anyways, I liked this guy and his, at the time, toddler daughter. She was a sweet kid, so no harm. We never found out why that house made us feel that way, but my wife will not deny that it wasn't us. There was something there, and she is not the person that will believe in ghosts and goblins easily. The lady she worked with wouldn't give any details either, and she clearly did not want to talk about it beyond what she had told my wife. I still wonder, what was it? If anyone cares, I'll write another experience later. It's actually lighthearted, even if it scares me a lot. Oh, so I think my wife and I avoided a haunted house. You know what, dude? Pretty sure I have ADHD, because I'll get halfway through a story and I'm like, what's the story about again? And then I have to read to the end to remember. All right, let's see what's up in the chat. Barbie says, "Aw, my heart, you're definitely one of my favorite creators to worry about." Thank you. Thanks for worrying. Or Infinite says, "Cursed YouTube video story." Oh, dude. You write that one for me, okay? Barbie says, "You literally have a lo-fi on lock. Ain't nobody sounds like you." Thanks, man. All these compliments. My head can only get so big, you guys. Come on. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sir Creepington Pasta is here? What's up, dude? Nice to see you, man. I think Sir's been in every single one of my live streams as well. Words are hard, especially when you're a narrator. Yeah, dude. Sir Creepington says, "Listen to my dude killing this live recording." Uh-oh, I scrolled. "No chance in hell I'm narrating a story this much at once without messing up or stopping." Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. It's one of my superpowers. Like, once I finished learning how to read less than a year ago, it was pretty much game on after that, dude. I told that joke to Hair Raising in a stream earlier today, and I just wanted to bring it back. Sir says, "Coffee, although beer sounds good too right about now." Sarah says, "I'm sorry I'm late to the story. What's going on here?" Oh, yeah. Let me fill you in. Sorry, I'm a bad host, dude. Forgive me. This is the deal. I am taking requests for different kinds of scary stories. I've read a glitch story. I've read a couple of true paranormal stories, a creepy encounter, some other ones that I've forgotten because I'm in the middle of a live stream and I'm hype. Infinite Sir says, "Yeah, we don't do words well." Hell yeah, I always try and make it in here. Dude, that's because you're the best, bro. It's because you're the best, dude. We're also just talking about bromances earlier in the chat and how cool they are, dude. It started because Danny Dreadful and Miss Creepy Tales were both in the chat earlier. I think both of them went on to do other things real quick, but one of them was like, hello. Oh, who the hell said it? MCT said, "Hello, pretty Danny." And I saw that and I went, you know what? What if dudes talk to other dudes like that? And I was like, what up, buff swamp dweller? Or if I was like, what up, handsome Sir Creepington Pasta? And at first I was like, that'd be weird. But when I thought about it for more than like 2.5 seconds, I'm like, no, that's not weird. Somebody wanted a story earlier that I was going to get to, but then I forgot. Dee Dee wanted the true paranormal. We got that one in there from the one that he just avoided, the haunted house. Did I miss one? I'm just scrolling up real quick. Maybe I didn't. Sir, do you want to suggest a story genre real quick, man? I got Glitch, Let's Not Meet. All the creepypasta ones that I have are like super long, so I won't do one of those in the live stream, but pretty much almost anything else, man. I've got my candle lit. It smells good in my studio right now. My desk is looking really good. I want to take a picture of my desk, but you know, anonymity. I don't want people to know what my desk looks like for some reason. That's so dumb. Sir says, forget the stigma. It's not weird. Bromance for life. Yeah. Thanks, dude. All right. Sir Creepington says, I do love me some glitch stories. All right, man. Well, you know what? Let's go get one. And again, I've not read a single one of these stories before tonight, so I don't know. I don't know what words are in them. Dee Dee, you know, you're good, man. Welcome back. It's all good. You didn't miss anything. Welcome back. Happy to have you back. Again, I haven't read any of these stories before tonight, so it's not going to be a smooth read. But you know what, dude? That's how we do it around here, man. Show us the desk. Oh, you know what I can do? Shameless plug, and you know what? F me for bringing it up, man, but you started it. I have merch. I've got a merch store, and in that merch store, you can find it in the link in the description, but in that merch store, I have a giant gaming mouse pad. It's like 2 feet by like, I don't know the dimensions. It's on the website. Go look. But it's just like a minimalistic, it's a maroon red gaming mouse pad, and on the top right corner it says real minimalist Derek Weber scary stories, and I bought one for myself because it looks so freaking cool, and I took a picture of that. So there, after the stream I'll post that picture on my Twitter so you can see what that looks like, I guess. But it's not the whole desk. It's a huge desk, dude. In part of my real life situation, I run a recording studio with a buddy of mine, and I've got like this recording studio desk, man, and it looks like a freaking monster. It's a beast, but I just took a photo of like the keyboard and the mouse pad, so I'll post that later tonight. Let's see what else is going on. Infinite says, I don't have a candle lit, but I got a stack of bodies on fire right now. That's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. Mine probably smells different than yours, but same, bro. Jay says, maybe a story with a Demonio? Is that just a demon, or is that something else that I have to look up? Sir says, yeah, I'm all curious about the desk. Yeah, brother, do your thing. Here we go. I got a desk made out of human. Whew, man. Anything that I have, Infinite has like the morbid version of that same thing. Infinite, you are like the alternate dimension glitched version of me, dude. I bet you've got like a smoker grill that's made out of like femurs. I bet you do. Let me find a glitch story for Sir Creepington Pasta, because I love that he's here and I love that he suggested that. Let's go find one. This one? Nah. Give me a second. Papa Scare showed me what the heck a Google Doc was, so now that's how I've organized all of my stories. So I'm just cruising through some glitch stories, and you know what, dude? You know what's freaking weird? Man, the first 2 glitch stories that I scrolled through are like 8 paragraphs long, which is so weird for a glitch story. Normally they're like literally 8 sentences, but these ones are 8 freaking paragraphs, dude. All right, here we go. This one's called Glitch or Dimension Jump. This one's for you. Tiny bit of background to this story. I moved into a new house in a mountain town in Colorado. Sir, did you hear what that just said? Okay, back to the story. Tiny bit of background. Oh, where the heck did we go? I moved into a new house in a mountain town in Colorado with 3 other roommates, and I've been living here for about 8 months now. The story starts a week ago with all of my roommates being out of town. One of them had a funeral to go to in Montana, one left for Cali for his 21st birthday, and one was working at a stay-away summer camp. I get home from work, and the first thing I notice is that there's a quarter-sized dent caved into the window with a tiny BB-sized hole going through it. I immediately got nervous because our living situation has been a little tense at times with the 2 girls and I... with the 2 girls and I knew... I guess these are girls. Okay. The living situation has been a little tense at times with the 2 girls, and I knew that since I was the only one home, they would blame me for the hole in the window, even though I knew I didn't do it. I wanted so badly for the hole not to even be there because I just knew somehow I would have to pay for the window out of my security deposit. So, for about 2 hours, I was just stressing out about the hole, trying to figure out how it got there, and when I was doing some Google research on pictures of random holes appearing in windows, it matched perfectly with a BB gun hole. I decided to text my 3 roommates about the hole since I figured I could throw the blame off of my shoulders. Here we go. This is what we do on a live stream, man. We read stories we haven't read before and we mess up. But it's okay, because we're professionals and we move on without making a scene. Where was I? I decided to text my 3 roommates about the hole since I figured I could throw the blame off my shoulders since they know I don't have a BB gun at the house. I sent them all a video of the hole and asked if they had seen it before and that it looks to me like someone shot a BB gun through our house. The girl roommate answered first and told me to call the cops and our landlord right away and that she thinks someone's messing with the house. Partially because right before she left on her trip, her suitcase got stolen right by her car after she set it down and went inside to go get her keys. My other roommate also responded saying he was never seen... You guys want to hear something so stupid? I'm sitting down at my desk. I've got the microphone right in front of my face and I'm holding my phone reading the script. And my arm is tired. My arm is tired from holding up my phone for the last 4 minutes that this story has been on. I am pathetic. My other roommate also responded by saying he's never seen the hole and that's super strange. I decided to call my landlord and explain the situation. I really didn't want to get blamed for the hole or for her to see it before I told her about it. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. When I called the landlord, I explained to her about the suitcase stealing and how someone could have come back to rob our house. I noticed the doors were locked and got mad and then shot a BB through our window. She cut me off and said, "Oh, you mean the hole by the window that faces the apartments?" That's exactly where the hole was. And she said, "Oh yeah, that's been there since before you guys moved in." I quickly apologized and I told her that I felt dumb and never noticed before, but something felt very off to me. The first thing I noticed when I walked in from work was the hole in the window, and I surely would have noticed it before. All 3 of my roommates also have been told, messing it up. All 3 of my roommates also have told me multiple times that they've never seen the hole. So, I believe this to either be a glitch or maybe a possible jump to a different reality because of how badly I didn't want to get blamed for it. Sorry this story is so long, and please let me know if anything like this has happened to you guys or anyone you know. What? So hold up. This lady walked into her house alone, saw the BB gun hole, told everybody she lived with, and they were like, "What? I've never seen that hole." But then the landlord said it had been there since before they moved in. To me, it just sounds like the landlord It's just letting them off the hook, man. I think they found a landlord with like a conscience, because that person was like, no, that's been there. Don't worry about it. At that point, I would have been like, all right, click. Let me check the chat real quick. Barbie says demonic kids. Because little kids are creepy AF. Sorry, Derek. No, they're creepy, dude. Erebus says driving and listening. Can't be texting too much. Good, man. Yo, it's all good, Erebus. I'm glad that you popped in here safely while you were stopped at a red light to let me know that you were driving, right? I appreciate you, dude. Infinite says I'm actually taxidermying. Oh, dude, I can't say that out loud. I don't want to. Hair-raising narrations. We need to hit the gym, Derek. Sure. Yeah. I got a gym in the garage, dude. Come over. Sir says, it's all them big weights you lifted today, bro. Gotta be. Just a little sore. Oh, man. That was yesterday. I'm never sore on the day of a workout. I'm always sore the next day. I work out like first thing in the morning at like before my family wakes up at like 5 or 6 or something. And then I don't get sore until the next day, of course, after I sleep. And yeah, so that checks out. I did shoulders yesterday morning. So that would be why my arms are tired today. Sir, why are you so smart, dude? Yo. That's the stream. I love everybody that's in here. Everybody that popped in just to say hey, just to let me know how their day was going, just to let me know that they were listening in the background. Thank you guys for everybody that requested a genre. Thank you. Love you guys so much. It's all good. I'm just still laughing at the comments because they make me happy. That's it. This was fun. I'm going to leave this one up so that everybody can watch the replay and just kind of have me on in the background if they want to, I guess. But there's one more thing that I want to tell you before I let you go. You can be whoever you want to be.